Welcome to Vibe Keeper Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Tait Alexander. This is the podcast where we talk about all things vibration, because everything in its essence is vibration. From the clothes we wear, to the relationships we have, to the food we eat, to the businesses we run. We are always consciously or unconsciously operating in a field of energy. We are here to utilize this knowledge in very grounded and practical ways. I've spent the majority of my life discovering what not to do by experimenting with the most radical life paths, from growing up Christian to tantric mystical exploration to raw veganism to hitchhiking to living alone on a mountain in a tent to traveling across the Americas to drugs and sex and rock and roll to a psychonaut's approach to shamanism. Basically stating every approach to life I could personally attempt, I did. I'm here to share my experience, knowledge, and perspective with you, distilling what I have found works from what I have found absolutely does not. We're going to be touching on a broad span of topics, including communication, personal health, the dynamics of relating, and grounding mystical knowledge so that it can be practical and integrated in the daily lives of the average or not so average man. I'm excited to host guests on this show whom I consider to be winners in their field. We're going to be talking a lot about manning up, so hold on to your balls, gentlemen. Here we go. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! It is the year of Aquarius. That's me. That's me. It's my year. Fabulous. I hope all of you other Aquarians listening are absolutely thrilled about this year. And even if you're not an Aquarian, you should be thrilled, because we Aquarians are awesome. And this is our year to shine. So I'm here to tell you a little bit. I'm going to start off telling you a little bit about my journey, who I am, because this is, after all, my first podcast. Thanks, by the way, for listening. So my hero's journey. This is a little bit about, who I am, my background, where I come from, how I got to where I am. Why should you listen to me? Here we go. So I was raised in a Christian home. I got sort of the lighter end of Christianity. I got the lovey stuff, love your enemy, love your neighbor. I got the good, gooey, warm, lovey-dovey stuff. So I would say I was raised to be a very heart-centered individual. And I think that's impacted me throughout my entire life in such good ways. I left Christianity, and as I moved out of the house, I was in a military family, so I moved around a lot. Then I came to California when I moved out to go to film school and to pursue my dreams of being a filmmaker. And I quickly found out, after working in the film industry for a little while, that the industry was not my thing. It was super political. Unless you were born into money or the right family, you had to do all these things, stare at computers forever and sit in a windowless room and edit. It just was not my thing. So I started exploring other things, spirituality. I got super into every single spiritual practice I heard of. I mean, I was waking up at 3 a.m. to do sadhana and do yoga every day and breathing techniques. And I got into chanting Hare Krishna, and I got into Tantra. I loved Osho so hard. I was so deep into Osho's teachings. He teaches a lot about Tantra and viewing life. Tantra means techniques to transcend consciousness. So I was always head in the clouds sort of guy. I was interested in ayahuasca and mushrooms and my brain and my spirit and I was never really too fascinated by things like a job and taxes and cultural normalcies. I was interested in the outskirts of culture, as shamans do. So I jumped in my friend's van. We went across the states, traveled around for about 6 months. I ended up in northern Oregon growing cannabis for a while. I ended up living alone for quite some time on a mountain in a tent, tending to hundreds of cannabis plants. That's a mind fuck. There was no cell phone reception or internets. There was just me and the plants and a cat, and a lot of time just reflecting on my life and understanding the value of my time alive. And came back to California. I'm cutting a lot out of the story here, but I want to get to the meat of it. So most of my life, I would call myself to be not so very masculine. I was my dad and my brother, they liked sports and football and wrestling, and I wanted to write songs and hang out and skateboard and think about life. And I was into romantic things. I was into the more ethereal things. I was a bit more feminine of a man, which there is a healthy balance of. But I don't feel like I really stepped into my masculinity until around that time when I started, throw a man on a farm, on a mountain, and tell him what he needs to do. And when I would ask, well, how do I do this? They'd be like, well, figure it out. And then they would leave. And that was my job. And so I had to man up real quick. If it's cold outside, oh well, figure it out. Starts pouring down rain, it's all right. You still got to work. Got to take care of it. Figure it out. So that was a big man up process for me. Definitely the hardest year of my life, by far. The isolation alone was a lot. And so I came back to California, to Southern California, and really started to value my time at a whole different level. I mean, that experience got me to, just really appreciate what I had. And I just jumped into music. My buddy asked me to come by the studio, and we spent 3 years recording music together. And that was just heaven for me. Heaven. Gave me the opportunity to build up a huge library of music, to work with my friend, not having a whole lot of other creative input. And then I started van lifing. I was never really that financially stable. I was always interested in the ethereal things, the spirituality and the music, and how to be a good person and how to be more loving. Like, this was always my approach to life. It was never, how do I get rich? How do I make money? How do I create a stable earthly life? It was more, this is all temporary, so just, zen out, dude. And, there is a healthy amount of that, and it started becoming a little unhealthy. It started creating disbalance in my life. And so I would say that I went most of my life not accepting masculinity, not harnessing what it means to be the divine masculine essence. And so just like a slingshot, you pull it, the further you pull it back, the faster it's going to go in the other direction. So I just dove into masculinity. I wanted to know how to be a good man. I didn't want to keep being in relationships where the woman was putting on the shoes. The woman was being the dominating force. That sucks. And if you are a man who is, I'd say more feminine, if you want that, cool, fine. That's what you want? Cool. No, I'm not judging that. If you don't want that, you got to realize you've got to step in to your masculine role. Otherwise, she is. And in my experience, that doesn't feel good. That's not what I like. So, and the more polarized you can get, the hotter, the spicier it's going to be. So the more you can step into your masculine, the more she can polarize that. And let me tell you, guys, a woman who's going deep into her feminine is hot, super hot. But you got to hold that space. You got to create that space for that to happen. And that's jumping headfirst, balls to the walls, big dick energy into your masculine. Okay? So that's my story. That's where I'm at now, is I'm in this beautiful relationship with a supporting goddess who is here by my side, who is a constant reminder of the have to. You have to man up because you want to live a good life. You want to have good relationships. You want to have a good job. You want all these things that revolves around you stepping into your divinity. And that is your manhood, boys and dudes and gentlemen. So in short, I went from, I was a raw vegan. Again, not knocking raw veganism. Does not work for me. Did not work for me. I feel and look, in my opinion, way better right now than I ever have in my life. I was letting women pay for way too many things. I was letting them basically mother me in my relationships. I didn't do enough strength training. I wasn't really disciplining myself. I was kind of, for the most part, letting myself do what I felt like rather than do what I have to. And I know growing up as a boy, have to did not feel good. I always wanted to. I never wanted to have to. But stepping into manhood, you get to feel the joys of have to. Have to, responsibility, greater responsibility equals greater freedom. And have to is when you're holding yourself accountable because you want to be more free. You want to taste more flavors of life. And in order to ... you have to ... So when that in order to space gets lit up with passion and you have a mouth-watering boner desire to have that, that's where that have to, that's where that discipline becomes blisscipline. It becomes, I have to be blissful. And that's why I'm doing this now. Shazam. That's what's up with have to energy right now. For the men, step it up. Come into have to. What do we need to do? This world needs to improve. Let's step into the have to. We need to not tolerate certain behaviors. We need to hold on to our integrity. We need to protect women and children. We need to ... Fill that with your own personal needs and love it and live it. So, where I'm at now, whole different ball game. Whole different ball game than where I was before. Those of you who've known me for the past 10 or so years, you know, this is not hippy dippy, what's up, dude, Tait. That was fun while it lasted. That's not where I'm at. So I got this 100-day program. I already did it myself. The results are phenomenal. You can see them. I've shared them online. I will continue to share them as I continue my program and process. I'm not stopping. I'm just going to keep going. This is not like a diet that sucks. I feel so good every day. This program is not, yes, it hurts sometimes. Yes, I'm pushing my boundaries, but that feels good. At the end of the day, I can chill. I can relax. I can watch Netflix and feel good about it, not antsy, not like, oh, should I be doing something else? No, I crushed it today. I get to relax. I get to eat dinner. I get to fuck. I get to chill. I get to do these things because I crushed it today. And that's where I want you guys to be at. I got this 100-day program. It's $1 a day. You get access to my private Facebook group, private Instagram, private everything, YouTube. You get all these videos, information, content, recipes. I'm going to throw it all at you. You're going to get tons of content. And if you want to sign up for my premium Primal Potency program, I do work one-on-one in person for your own personal needs. We can go way more in depth with this. We can get the diet 100% dialed into you personally because everyone's different. Everyone's body's different. The exercises, everything's structured around your life and get you accountable and get you on the program. I want to do that for you. I would love to see you and all my friends just crush it this year. And I feel like I can absolutely help you with that. I know for a fact. I've been doing this for too long. I know that's why I'm here now. That's why I'm here. I know for a fact that I can help support you on your path to hitting your own personal goals, especially when it comes to diet, exercise, communication, your relationships in your life. I have training in NLP, in hypnotherapy. I've been in the health game for a long time, and I would love to share what I've learned over the years with you. If you're anywhere in your life like I was in mine, just drinking and smoking and kind of just fucking off, just doing whatever, I would love to work with you. We can get your life structured. We can get your life disciplined. And the minute you start feeling results, you're never going to want to turn back. I promise. It's $1 a day. $1 a day. You can't get anything for $1 a day these days. My program's $1 a day. It's $100 for 100 days. If you refer a friend and they sign up, you get $10 off. I also do one-on-one coaching and training. You can message me privately and we can talk about that. Another service I'm offering is songwriting, recording. Valentine's Day is coming up, so if you know anyone, any special someone, and you'd like to write a song for them, but you don't play instruments, or maybe you don't sing, or maybe you want me to write a song for them, I can do that. We can get it recorded. Maybe you want to collaborate. We can do that too. Recorded, mixed, mastered, packaged. There it is, right for you. So that is also an offer on the table. And I have created superfood hot sauce. It's really, really hot. And it's really, really delicious. I use things like shilajit that you're not going to find in any hot sauce. I'm telling you. Shilajit's got 54 different trace minerals, fulvic acids. For men, if you're not already taking shilajit, take shilajit. Do yourself a favor, take shilajit. Okay? I put it in my hot sauce so you can rub that magical potion all over all your foods. And it's spicy. It'll make you feel alive, get your endorphins going. I use Carolina Reapers, the hottest pepper in the world, molasses, and I'm not using white vinegar. I'm using coconut vinegar. That's right. Minerals. Lots of minerals. These are my offerings. Very excited to share them with the world. Please join my program. Do it for you, not just for me, for you. This is the year. This is your year. Let's crush it. Jump on the program. Stop derping around. Stop derping, derp through life. Get your shit together. Have a group that can hold you accountable and get to work. Dude, if you get your body in shape, your mind will get in shape, Everything will follow. You cannot drive a broken car down the drag race of life. Get a Ferrari. Put super fuel in it. Super foods, right? This is your spaceship. Fucking get a nice spaceship. And then wherever you want to go in life, it's way easier, okay? So focus on, get your values straight, get your body straight, get your mind straight. I want to help you with that. My goal is to get 100 guys signed up by February 1st. Help me hit this goal, dudes. Let's get together. Let's do this. Let's crush this year. After you start seeing results, you will be so grateful for your past self. Just imagine yourself 100 days from now, shredded. It's going to be summertime, right? If you're single, dude, you're going to feel so good about yourself out there in the world. No problem. You're going to have the social dynamics down to a T. You're going to have it all dialed in. Let's do it. If you're already together with the lady, she is going to be loving you and fucking you so good for taking care of yourself. Do you know that? I know that. I know how this works. Do it. You can find me on social media. My Instagram is The Vibe Keeper. Facebook is Tait Alexander. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. At the very least, been entertained. You guys have a very beautiful day. And with or without me, guys, let's crush it this year. Let's show up. Let's be men. Let's do it. Okay? Peace.